also just finished reading Ego's Enemy by Ryan Holiday, and it's been a while since I've made a book summary video because I haven't been exactly reading all too much in the past little while over the summer, whatever. But that's okay because we're back with the big one. Let's get to the main focus of this video, which is the actual book. So my thoughts on the book overall was it is, phenomenal because Ryan Holiday knows how to write books. So there's kind of 4 points that I picked out of this book that I thought would be interesting to talk about and it can actually help some people. So your standards and winning is not enough. In the book, he talks about how just because you win or just because you throw a good shot doesn't mean that it is enough, because sometimes you can win and you still feel empty because you didn't perform to your level of standards. And it feels good to win, but once you win, what's left? This is the gold medal syndrome, I believe it's called. Chris Williamson talks a lot about this too, where it's okay, you've won gold at the Olympics, or you've won gold out of everyone in your country at nationals. I have won 2 gold medals in bowling, which is, kind of sounds stupid, but it's a sport that I do. And it's what is next after that? Because it's you set your training. In your training, you say, okay, once I win this, once I hit this goal, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to feel fulfilled. But then once you achieve that goal, once you hit the gold, once you get the gold medal, once you win, then it often isn't enough. It's okay, I've won, but there's this competition that's coming up, or I've unlocked this goal, I've hit X amount of profit per month, but now I want to hit this amount. And once I get there, I'll be happy. And it's the endless chase of more success, more. When in reality, sometimes we need to just take a step back, self-analyze, and think, okay, this is actually ego talking and not actually me. By the way, this is going to be a bit of a longer video, which is good because lately my videos have been 3 minutes and we're already at 3 minutes. That's funny. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is dead time versus alive time. And this is something that as soon as I read it, I'm okay, this is going to unlock a new level of productivity for me. And it's every single moment of your life, it's either dead time or alive time. Right now for me, I'm recording, which means I'm working on this video, which means I'm working towards my goals. This would be alive time for me right now. But if after this video I just sit down on the couch and I just just sit there and do nothing, then that would be dead time. Unless I'm actually meditating, unless I'm saying, okay, this is meditation time. Or we had an 18-hour flight here, and for me that was mostly dead time because I was just watching movies. I watched the Thunderbolts, or the new Avengers or whatever. I also watched another movie, can't remember what it's called though. But that was dead time because I wasn't really learning anything. The movie was kind of mid. It was just about this guy, this unstoppable guy, but he had depression, so anyway. But if you're not doing something, then it's basically dead time. If you have a drive, then that, if you're in your car driving, that can be dead time, unless you put a podcast on. But if you're listening to a podcast while you drive, that's multitasking, so your attention won't be 100% on the podcast, so you won't learn as much. So just put on a kind of a little bit important podcast, not a super important one. That was kind of my impression of dead time versus alive time. And when something doesn't work out, it's easy to point fingers and to blame other people, or think that you're worthless or you don't deserve to succeed. But that is ego trying to tear you down, tear us down, tear us apart. It takes time to realize what went wrong and what you can do moving forward to fix it and to fix yourself and to be less reliant on ego to give you that boost, to think that you're the best, right? Because there's probably always someone that's better than you at something. someone's always going to be making more money than you. Someone's going to have a bigger net worth than you, and someone's going to make videos that do a lot better than you. Usually, you're not in the top like 0.0001% of people. So it's easy to let ego make yourself and tell yourself the stories that you actually are. But at times you're not. There was another part, get closer to the end of the book. It's like a chapter, I think it's called Fight Club Moments. And sometimes you have to lose everything to come back, and you come back even better. This would be like maybe Iron Man when he gets sent to the cave, but that helped him to develop the Iron Man suit, so he improved while he was stuck in that cave. Or when there was Malcolm X, which I don't actually know what he did after he got out of prison, but in the book it says everyone knows what he did when he got out of prison. I actually don't know. I have no idea who it was, but before prison he was like a vigilante. He did lots of criminal stuff, but in prison he used the time to learn. And so he was either like almost always reading in the library or in his cell, and he was learning lots and lots. And so it's often our lowest point, which is why, like in the movie Fight Club, the narrator, his apartment gets blown up, and then from that point forward, he meets Tyler Durden, he moves in with Tyler Durden, and then his life becomes better. Maybe not better in a way, but Tyler Durden says that self-destruction is the only way to actually improve, because once you hit the bottom, we often bounce up, and we bounce up quicker. So for some people, it can be like a wake-up call, kind of. But self-destruction isn't always the answer, but neither is like self-improvement, right? Because it's either the endless chase of more or self-destruction. Because if you're close to the bottom, you just need that little bit more, and you'll subconsciously be like, oh shit, I need to change something. Something here has to change. That's kind of my summary of Ego is the Enemy in like less than 10 minutes. It took me probably 20 days to read the book. So I hope you watching this video has been valuable. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.